everyone, it's Lauren. Thank you so much for joining me today. This video is going to be all about the style mistakes that I've made, but also how I've corrected them. I'm going to be setting up today's video by walking you through the things that I have tried in the past that just haven't worked out for me. And I'm also going to be going in depth a little bit more about why. And then I will be walking you through what I prefer to wear instead and why. My hope is that you will be able to easily duplicate this on your own so that you can pinpoint those elements that may not be working for you within your own wardrobe and focusing instead on the elements that are within your wardrobe that are working for you. As a little bit of a disclaimer here, some of these style elements that I'm going to be talking about today may be your own personal style, but they just have not worked out for me personally. There's nothing wrong with them in general. It's just not something that I personally prefer. With that being said, let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to be talking about today is dresses. Dresses just in general have really not worked out for me, no matter what style, what type, what fabric content. They really just have not, as a whole, worked out for me to wear in my daily wardrobe. I strive to wear the best things that I have every single day, regardless of if it's a special occasion or not. And even if I'm just staying at home that entire day, I really like to look presentable and feel my best. And while I do think that dresses can be, of course, extremely presentable and look very beautiful on so many different people, I am just not one of those people. As always, there is exceptions to every rule. I do have one dress in my special occasion section in my closet. It is a Weekend by Max Mara dress that I picked up at an estate sale for like 20 bucks or something. It was such an insane deal. Now that dress is an amazing dress and it is something that I have on hand for a special occasion. It's not something that's going to be in my everyday wardrobe. And every other dress that I've tried has not made me feel the way that I do in this particular dress. So I just wanted to point that out really quickly, that there is, of course, exceptions to every single rule, but when it comes to wearing dresses on a daily basis, that is not something that I prefer to wear. So what do I prefer to wear instead? Instead of dresses, I go for jumpsuits. I think that jumpsuits are a fantastic, amazing piece to have in a wardrobe. It's just one piece of clothing. You don't have to think about it a lot, and it is so easy to dress up or dress down and help you feel instantly chic. They're really easy to move around in and feel comfortable in. I have two in my closet that I primarily wear in the spring and summer, but if dresses haven't worked out for you in the past, you might want to look into jumpsuits instead. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is a style as a whole. So bohemian clothing, or that kind of boho style. So this is a style that I actually really like and I really love it on other people. And I made the big mistake of trying to replicate what other people were wearing and implement it into my own style when it really just never felt quite right or looked quite right on me. The biggest reason that this style didn't work out for me is that it just has too many details and too many embellishments going on within it. And it just always felt really loud and almost like confusing on how I would be able to style this on a daily basis and also keep down the amount of clothing in my closet. I also found when I was leaning more towards this style, I was just kind of more mindlessly shopping and mindlessly picking up items to add to my wardrobe, and it was really hard to keep things cohesive and going with one another. What I prefer instead is a more minimalistic approach. So I like basics. I like being able to mix and match things easily within my wardrobe. I really have found myself gravitating towards those clean and simple designs. I also sometimes like to add a little bit of color and a little bit of embellishment, as you can see with my outfit today, like these earrings. These are a fun pop of color without being, so hard to wear in style. And then this top that I'm wearing as well is this like pretty chartreusey, mustardy green color. Little pops of color here and there, little bits of embellishment here and there are just a lot more easy for me to style. We're going to be going back to a specific type of clothing again, and that is going to be skirts. Skirts are something that I have tried also time and time again. Different lengths, different materials, different styles, and they just have consistently never worked for me. I think a major reason that I had such an issue with skirts is really just my body type. So the smallest portion of me is my natural waist, and I carry most of my weight in my bottom half. So it was really hard for me to find a skirt that fit me and hit me well at my natural waist, but also was the correct length for me to balance out my lower half without accentuating that portion of my body. And again, just like dresses, I felt super uncomfortable while wearing skirts. I just find them really hard for me to wear on a daily basis. And because of that, I just have decided to do away with all skirts and stop trying to wear them. What I have come to embrace instead, especially when I'm trying to dress up a little bit, I am so obsessed and into trousers right now. I think that they're really in style at the moment, especially like those vintagey styles, almost menswear inspired trousers, that really awesome high-waisted, sometimes pleated front pants with a little bit of a wider leg. They just look so fantastic. I have really embraced this trend for myself, and actually I even like to play with them and dress them down a little bit too by pairing them with like a pair of sneakers and a casual top. I just find that it's a very versatile piece to have in my wardrobe. I am somebody who wears jeans quite a bit. That is a staple in my wardrobe, but I am so glad that I have ventured out into different styles of pants and have really embraced the elegant style of the trouser. Another style of clothing that I have stopped wearing is extremely feminine clothing. So I'm talking lace, bows, lots of embellishments, things that are kind of over the top and super girly feeling. I have found that when I have too many of those elements within my outfit, I just feel a little bit too feminine, a little bit too overdone and over the top. I prefer instead to add subtle details of femininity to my outfits. That can be with the jewelry that I'm wearing. That could be from subtle details in my clothing, like a neckline or a slight puff sleeve, something like that. I also love to wear a high-waisted pant. I absolutely love anything high-waisted. It looks super, super good for me, specifically in my body type. And whenever I'm wanting to look a little bit more feminine, I like to really accentuate that smallest part of my body. And I also like to do the front tuck or tuck in a top completely. That's another way that I like to add little bits of femininity to my outfit. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know down in the comments below, what are some styles that you have tried in the past or clothing types that you have tried in the past that haven't worked out for you, and what are you wearing instead? I always love to hear your guys' thoughts, and I really appreciate every single one of you that takes the time out of your day to leave me a comment down below. Until next time, I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!